What's up, boys? Taking a look at some Monday night NFL football props. Let's go ahead and take a look here over on prizepicks. This is available on other sites other than prizepicks, whether that's a sportsbook or other player prop websites out there, but I highly recommend joining prizepicks. Use my code DOMG when you guys do sign up to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. I'm going to make this intro nice and short, and we will hop into this Monday night football prop. However, prizepicks is available in most states and most of Canada. You guys have to be 18 years or older. You guys can win up to 10 times your money over on the site, and you guys can even win if you guys hit 3 out of your 5 props or 4 out of your 5 props that you guys do end up taking. If you're interested in taking a look at their payouts, you guys can pause the video right here for the power plays and also the flex plays down here, which can also pay you guys out for winning even 4 out of your 5 props. But one final thing before we hop in, again, I will make this super quick, but the Patreon is available. NBA, we have been on a freaking heater. We swept the board yet again last night. As long as you count a push as not a loss or not even a win, we were 3-0-1 last night for a sweep, and we also swept the board at 6-0 like 4 days ago. So, and by the way, I rank my props, by the way, and you guys get access to the Patreon. I rank my props by confidence level and also provide write-ups with every single one of my props. There's NFL and there's NBA, but we've been on a 20-6 NBA run, 20-6. That's about 77% in the last 26 props here. We are now up to 337 members. So if you guys are interested in joining, the link is down in my description below. There's NFL and there's NBA, or you guys can get both for $15.99. I'm going to keep that nice and short, but we again cashed the top play. By the way, we are 7-0-1. We have never missed an NFL top play so far this season, so we've definitely been doing pretty good. And one final thing here, and that'll be done talking about the Patreon, but so I have my rankings, and the top 4 for my rankings for NBA, it has been 3-1 or better for 5 straight nights. The top 4 have been 3-1 or better for 5 straight nights. So we've definitely been killing it on NBA so far this year. I've been really hyped about how the NBA season has gone so far. And NFL has been pretty good for the most part. We've had our ups and downs for sure when it comes to NFL. But I like this prop here. We're gonna hop in. We're gonna go over to receptions here, and we're gonna take a look at Joe Mixon over 3 receptions. So Joe Mixon over 3 receptions here is going to be one of my props for the NFL slate today. And you guys might be talking about a lot of push potential here. And let me explain why I think this has a pretty good floor at 3, but I definitely think he can hit 4 receptions. And let me show you guys why. Make sure you guys tailor your own risk and look into these more on your own. But there's a couple reasons why I do like Joe Mixon here over 3 receptions. There is major push potential here. We're going to dive into some other sites that can help us with tools and things that will help us kind of dissect this prop down. So he's at least pushed in every single game this season. He has yet to miss this prop in a single game so far this season. So it's already got a pretty damn good floor. And on top of that, there's no Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is not playing in this game. And also he was over in his last game against the Browns. So we don't have Jamar Chase in this game. That should hopefully end up getting Joe Mixon a little bit more targets and possibly 4 receptions. And if you take a look at how he did last season against the Browns, he had 5 receptions in that game. He's been over in his last 2 games versus the Browns, by the way. 2020 and 2021, he had 4 and 5 receptions against the Cleveland Browns. And now he's playing them yet again with no Jamar Chase. So I'm liking the spot here for Joe Mixon to go over his 3 receptions. And again, he's at least pushed in every single game this season. So there's a pretty solid floor as long as you guys are okay with pushing. So I love the spot at 3 receptions here. I think there could be a little bit of value if you guys are on a place that has this at 3.5. As long as you guys are getting it for plus odds. If you're on a player prep website and this gets bumped to 3.5, I don't like it at 3.5. But if you have like plus odds on a sportsbook or something, then I would personally be interested in it. It's up to you if you want to play it or not, of course. But receptions here, let's take a look at what he's at on the sportsbook. So plus 105, plus 102, plus 105. So they're all kind of in the same spot there with like plus 105, plus 102. So he's plus odds on those sites, which is why he's down to 3 on prizepicks. But I think he could definitely end up getting 4 in this game here. So I love the spot here on prizepicks for Joe Mixon. So you guys take a look at the payouts, by the way. Some people get confused when it comes to sports books and prizepicks and their payouts and everything. People will kill me in the comments all the time for taking props that are like minus 140 and all that, but they don't understand it's prizepicks. It's always a set payout. We're also going to take a look at some other player props, but that's pretty much Joe Mixon, man. Like I said, he's pushing every single game this season. I like the odds at plus 105 to go over 3.5 because he's down to 3 on prizepicks. And again, no Jamar Chase. He's been over in his past matchup against the Browns. There's not really a reason for me to take the under here, and I personally am liking the over. So let me know what you guys are thinking for this slate tonight. I have some other props over on the Patreon already for some NFL. I will say, I don't like any of the Browns props at the moment. I don't know what it is. I do not like any of the Browns props. Like, I can't find anything. Even the tackle plus assist props that I usually love, I haven't really been able to find too much value with these. Grant Delpit might be a little bit solid at over 5.5 tackle plus assists, but I don't know, man. I didn't bite on that one. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. Something I am interested in, though, is Nick Chubb rushing touchdowns. I think he could definitely rush for another touchdown. He's been killing this lately. He's a minus 120 to go ahead and do so. So not overwhelming odds or anything that's going to give you guys a ton of value for prize picks. But over half a rushing touchdown. I think he can definitely get this one done against Cincinnati. I like Nick Chubb a lot this year. He's definitely been killing it. He surprised me, by the way. I did not think he was going to be super great this season. Wish I drafted him in fantasy, but I did not. I've seen a lot of people on Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't mind this spot. I took him over 2.5 receptions, I think it was, against, maybe it was New England. It was New England or Baltimore. I took him over 2.5 receptions over on the Patreon as the top play too, and that one ended up like cashing like heavy, man, because he's been killing this lately in the last 4 games here. So Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's an interesting spot at 3.5 receptions. He's like a -110 or something like that. Doesn't personally interest me, but a lot of people see that green on the chart. I definitely think he can still hit, by the way, but I don't know. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think that's going to be a pretty popular one today over 3.5 receptions. Hayden Hurst, I think, will have a pretty good game against Cleveland with, again, Jamar Chase out. There's going to be a lot more targets to go around because we can take a look at Jamar Chase's game log here. So Jamar Chase game log. So we take a look at how many targets he was getting. Like 8. He was getting 11 targets, 10 targets, 12 targets. Those targets are all going to go somewhere else. And I'm thinking that could go towards more Hayden Hurst. It could go towards Joe Mixon a little bit. I think Joe Burrow will sprinkle him around a little bit. I think Tyler Boyd will obviously get most of the Tyler Boyd, or not Tyler Boyd work. He's going to get most of the Jamar Chase work for sure. Tyler Boyd will. And also a little bit of T. Higgins as well. But I'm hoping some of those targets end up coming Joe Mixon and Hayden Hurst's way, because there's a lot of targets to go around. That's 10 plus targets in those last 3 games, man, before he went down. So I love the spot, though, for a little bit of Hayden Hurst and Joe Mixon, of course. So Hayden Hurst, I have a prop for him over on the Patreon. Not a reception prop, but I'm going to save that one for the Patreon. I know a lot of you guys want to see pairs, and I will be giving you guys pairs when it comes to the Sunday slates, but not Monday Night Football. There's just not enough player props to go around for one game. So that's pretty much it right there, though. Jacoby Brissett has been killing his stuff lately, man. 19 pass completions, 22, 21 in 4 straight games right there. So that could be potential over right there. We'll see. Nothing crazy when it comes to sports books. 30.5 passing attempts. He had 27, and then he's been kind of all over the place with his passing attempts. He had 45 against New England, and then back down to 27 against Baltimore for whatever reason. So probably just because I believe Nick Chubb went off against Baltimore, if I'm not wrong, right? I don't know if they could stop Nick Chubb. Could they? Yeah, 91 rushing yards. They could stop him a little bit, I guess. But I like the spot, though, for a lot of these guys today. Just not as much Brown props, I will say. I wish I did. Okay, Kareem Hunt. Nice profile picture right there. 11.5 receiving yards. We'll see what I end up posting. I'm definitely posting a Cleveland Brown prop over on the Patreon. I don't have one up right now because it's, I don't know. I'm battling myself when it comes to these Brown props. I haven't taken a look at the sacks yet. Maybe I like the Browns over 2.5 sacks. We'll see. Let me know what you guys like down in the comment section below. And that is pretty much going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the very next video. Tail Drone Risk, subscribe. PrizePicks link down in the description below. Also, the Patreon link is down in the description below. We had a sweep on the NBA board yesterday, which was amazing. So if you guys are interested in joining, link is down in the description below. 337 members. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.